What's up, everybody? Sparrowwood again here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Kerbal Space Program. When we left off in the last episode, we had done some upgrading to the main facility, which is sorely needed. Or was, I guess. Among some other things, like this, I think we upgraded the tracking station, mission control, and the tarmac, or the runway. I think this one was upgraded later. I'm not sure. So anyways, we're going to take a peek at the contracts because we have 3 active right now. We have to test radio-mounted parachutes, the Flea solid booster, but that's orbiting Kerbin. We have to orbit Kerbin, set the speed record. So those are our active ones. We also have some ferry the people, tourists. So travel itinerary, sub-orbital space flight. Yeah. Perform visual surveys. Take a crew report in flight below 17,000 meters, blah, blah, blah. That's all well and good. I think we're going to focus on some of these, because they also yield some science here and there. On an escape trajectory. We got to be careful about actually picking the right things, though. Sub-orbital trajectory. Stack decoupler. Okay, all of these have a pretty lengthy duration on them. Basic jet engine we can pull off. Liquid engine we could do. I concur. At the launch site, that's easy enough. Escape trajectory on a suborbital thumper solid fuel booster on escape trajectory. I don't think we're ready for escape trajectory yet. This one we could probably do. Oh, hey, that's our max anyway. Works for me. Alright, so let's see what parts we get from doing that. So we get this little guy, the basic jet engines. Ah, the bigger stack decoupler. That's the... I was wondering what that was. Cannot be the first... Okay, so we have some more wings and cones now, which is useful. We have a battery pack now. Is that the only experimental stuff we have? Is all that... You have all that stuff? Oh, cool. Alright, so my main focus here is to try and get into orbit. But in doing that, I also want to be able to kind of try and complete as many of the things as we can. Now, we don't... So we're going to have to start with this anyway. Now, we don't have big enough fuel, though, I think, to merit this guy. Yeah, no. So that could be a problem. I also found out I think you're supposed to put the heat shield, like, down here, and I never did that for re-entry. I don't know if it does any good if you have like a decoupler type thing here. I'm not really sure how this part works yet. Oh, I guess you can do it like that. Then how do you attach... Oh, and then it seals it. Sealeds? Words. So that's cool. That'll work. I think. Hopefully. Blader. Oh, I hadn't actually tried this yet. Somebody had mentioned, because I don't have any like RCS type things, that my monopropellant isn't doing anything. So if you watch down here, the it's 1575 right now. And if we lower this to 0, it's 1563. So that's one thing you could do, I suppose, to help with costs, is cut down on that. Alright, so on this one I want the smaller... Actually, max thrust is 108. So we're actually going to put these on our last pod, I think. Now we have to make sure it doesn't end up top heavy, because that'll make things problematic. Wait a minute, wait. Before I do this, we're gonna save this out as the Orbit Maker Mark 1, but one of my missions is to test something while at the landing site, or launch site. Rockomax brand decoupler. Okay. Structural. Okay, so let's just test this thing. And I know I could have just done an AI pod and it would have been cheaper, but I'm hoping to get experience for my pilot so he can do SAS stuff. Probably not gonna happen, but you know. Yay, completions. Can I do like a crew report and stuff? I get 1.5. Might as well. I don't know how costly that was, but whatever. Wow, we got up to 220,000 for that, for completing that. Awesome. Oh crap, what did it leave? Oh, it must have left the stack decoupler. That's not good. Recover that. There we go. Alright, so I think I'm going to derp around with this a little bit and see what I come up with, and I will be back when we've got a better kind of plan set up for it. Alrighty, so here's what I have so far. It's kind of derpy, I'm not gonna lie. Did like 5 of these boosters to try and just get us up into the air. Then we've got a couple fuel tanks with a normal thruster, a couple more boosters, normal thruster with a small tank, and then all of our science stuff. Because of the weight of having a Science Junior, I decided to do the 2 radial mount parachutes instead of the top one, so I put a cone here to see if it would work or help. So the first thing is the basic jet engine here. Now, we don't actually have any air intake, so I can't actually use the dang thing. I just have to get it up into the air and at this speed to basically right-click on it and say run test, I think. And so I just attached it on top of this one, because then when we jettison the boosters, we'll be able to get rid of it, so. And we're weighted in some weird direction, of course. Can I bring it back? Is that doable? Okay, so I tested that. I've just got to hold this until it... No, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. Let's let it kind of iron out, straighten a little bit. Not terrible. Not terrible. Whoa! Hey, what are you doing? Why? Just why? I feel like I ask that in this game all the time, just why? Why are you doing this? I need Jebediah to get up to the point where I can use SAS, because this is killing me. Not being able to use SAS is just driving me nuts. Like, I don't even think this mission is salvageable at this point. Like, look at... What does our thing even look like? Oh, it actually isn't a bad arc. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Alright, hold on. Well... Can I, like... Oh, I can revert. There we go. Revert to assembly. There is one other option, and that is to upgrade the hangar. Because part of the problem I'm having is the part limitation of 30 parts. That's kind of a problem for me. It costs $225 to upgrade. Oh. Wait a minute. I thought I had $225 at one point where I could do that. Guess I spent it somewhere. We do have 17 science. I think 45 is the next step, though. Where do we get our struts? That's what I really need to stabilize this thing. Ah, it's in this one. Dang it. See, that's the problem. I have a 30-part limit. I have no struts, so I can't really, like, stabilize anything. That, and I'm trying to do some of this derpy stuff, like using rockets and stuff to get further up and things like that. So let's actually scrap these. I would kind of like to keep these up here. What's my part limit at? 29. So I have one part. I could get rid of these cones, but I don't know how much they're helping. What if I move these down here? Like that. And then we'll get rid of these. Oh, we're actually within our part limit. That's interesting. This method may not be terrible. I think I'm switching up and going more for just let's basically get the orbit one done. Is kind of where I'm leaning towards. Alright, 27. We're not going to be able to do the jet engine on this one. Thud is the small thruster, which I might be able to add those for added boosting. Radial parachutes on our way back in. Flea solid booster we won't be able to do. I don't know how you're supposed to take one of these. Wait a minute, Flea? That's... The Flea is the small one. I was trying to take the big one. Gosh, make sure you read things. Yeah, this is the Flea. Dagnabbit. Alright, well, that's actually a decently easy fix. Because all we would have to do is add a stage right here. Because we shouldn't get to this stage until we're, like, ready to correct our orbit line. No, why would you do that? Sometimes the stage detection isn't quite there. So boosters, stage... Oh wait, I don't need this fuel tank thing here now. I had that there to basically push it further down. Okay, so jettison, booster, jettison, booster, jettison, booster. Got it. Okay. My thing is, I always make these things so tall. Like, I don't know how to make them short. Let's see. What else do we need? I could put some cones. Don't think it'll really matter. Oh, let's put 2 of these right here. Or maybe like this way. Further up? No, further down. And let's add them to this stage. Or wait, isn't that supposed to be up really high though? Where's Thuds? Oh, 15,000 meters. No, that's not bad. Okay, so let's title this 2 and send it out into the world and see what happens. And truth be told, if I'm really being efficient, I might not need that many boosters and things. It's kind of my typical problem that I tend to have. Is kind of having like too many things going on. So Thud's the next one we're gonna need. Can I move these around? No, I can't. This I'm not going to worry about until we're coming back in, so that we can close. The flea is suborbital, or orbiting. The stack decoupler is suborbital, the rest is kind of fluff. Alright, so let's give it a go. Let's see if we die. Not too bad. It's holding straight. Kinda happy about this. Wish I had a jet engine right now. Let's actually grab these and make them a new stage. We're gonna put them down here. I'm gonna kill my thruster so that when we hit 15,000... Oops. Come on. Alright, there we go. Woo! Ooh, touchy. Touchy! Alright, let's start our gravity turn here. And we're completely out of fuel for that. Awesome. I get the feeling this is just not going to work. Mostly because I'm already on my last thruster and it doesn't have that much fuel. Alright, now can I do warp here? That's new. How long of a fuel time do I need? Oh, I've missed these. 51, 53. We gotta be quick about it though, because we're gonna end up where we need to be in a minute. Alright, I think anything over 70 is considered orbital. But let's do something like that. Okay. I'm going to quick save it here and hope that we have the fuel to pull this off. Alright. So that's good. Didn't get that one. We'll hopefully get that one on the way back. Stack decoupler. I wonder, let me quick save this. Can you like, no, it has to decouple. Dang it. I was not even paying attention to our T-minus burn, by the way. That's kind of funny. What is it? The rule of thumb is like halfway to what you need, so let's just go now. And we're almost out of fuel. And we are out of fuel. Dang it! That was so close. So close, yet so far. Let's try that again. Alright, so I wanted to try a couple things real quick before we write this off completely. And that's trying to... Wow, now I'm flying again. That's awesome. Why am I curving? It's trying to keep it more on track, as well as paying attention less to this and more to like my gravity turns and such. Okay, now we're just gonna spin. Nope, now we're gonna spin the other way. So about that whole correcting thing, yeah, that's not happening. There we go. I love that I figured out that trick. It's so helpful. Alright, so we're probably not in a good spot here. Not really. Yeah, no. That's... no. That's not good. Alright, new plan. Alright, so what we're doing this time is I stripped everything down and I'm going less for the orbit and more for just getting some of these contracts done. So we're taking out the jet engine one, Thud we can do, radio mounted parachutes I'll hopefully be able to do on our way back in. The Flea is the oddball, not sure if I can pull that one off, and then if we can get high enough into Sub-Orbital, we can do the decoupler maybe for this stage and then do the Flea and then decouple. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Let's see. So let's light this candle and see what happens. Oh, and let's do... Give me the mark. Give me the mark. Run test. Got it. Alright, so that one's done. Okay, that's those two, and then, yeah. Alright, cool. Man, we are cranking right now. We need to get to 15,000. We are not... Oh, we are in the speed. Okay, and boom. Got that one. Let's go ahead and crank this up. So at this point, I'm going for a straight up, straight down kind of thing. Let's do 85. That should work. So I need the stack decoupler first, then that one. Which I'm going to laugh hysterically if this is what actually gets us into orbit. I don't think it will, though, because we're not really, like, expanded this way enough. Though, I suppose I could just start burning to the right and just see what happens. We're just going to float up here at the moment. I wonder, is there a test function on this? It just says activate engine. So I need to watch this one first. Let's just go ahead and burn off the fuel that we've got. There we go. Got that one. So we should be able to just coast up into the 80,000 mark. Which I guess... Oh, and I need to be in orbit before firing the Flea. Ugh. That's unexpected. Can I at least do a crew report up here? Is that going to give me anything? No. Alright, what I'm going to actually do is an EVA. EVA report. That'll give me 8, which is at least something. Okay, so we're at 80,000, but we are not orbiting. Now, I'm going to quick save it, and I just want to see what happens if I fire this. Wow! Well, that's effective. If I had a couple of those... Yeah, that could work. So the only thing we didn't get was the Flea in orbit, plus the parachutes, but we might be able to pull off the parachutes. Tell you what, I'm going to reload that, actually, because if we can... I don't know, with the 2 parachutes, we might have enough... radial-mounted parachutes, we'll turn Flea orbit. I would have thought we would have set the speed record, but I guess we didn't. Well, now here's something. If I quick save this, would we set the speed record? If I activate this, I don't think I had enough gas. No, we didn't get it. Okay. So the reason that I keep loading it back is because if the radial mounted parachutes can keep up and suspend the weight enough that we can basically land and keep the booster intact. Okay, I also have to try this. How does warp here work? Time warping. Oh, that's so cool! It speeds up time as far as it can. Oh, that is neat! Alright, so the only problem with this theory is speed, though actually this might work out. This might actually work. Let's put this here. Quick save it. Alright, I got the parachute. Wow, we are doing something funky. Alright, hold on. That was great. I didn't realize that the booster hadn't been activated yet. Alright, there we go. Now, of course, realistically, chute deployed by Air Forces in... Wait, what? Okay, so... we might have just ripped our parachutes off. Hold on. So it worked when we actually deployed the booster first. Because it compensates for the speed difference. That's funny. Wait a minute. Oh, crap. I didn't get it. I got it the first time. I guess I was faster on the deployment. Yeah, there we go. That's hilarious. I mean, I didn't really think about it, but it kind of makes sense that if you can reduce your speed enough that it doesn't get ripped off. Ah, that's so funny. Alright, so let's speed up a bit here. We'll still try and keep this intact, though. I don't see a need to deploy the decoupler at the moment. And as long as we can get to the ground... See, it pays off that we kept that booster. As long as we can get to the ground and they'll deploy, then we'll go ahead and, like, yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and quick save it here. Just in case having the booster causes an issue. It shouldn't, but you never know. Crew report? Hey, there's a little bit more science. Why not? Alright. Alright, and we got to keep it. Sweet. Recover that. So we did pretty good work. Pretty good work. We're probably not going to get a lot of science, but we should at least get some money off of this. Oh, we're at 45. Nice! Recovery of after suborbital flight. We're up to 334,000. Awesome. Alright, so the two things... No XP? Really? Why? Oy. So the two things I'd like to do here is, first off, I'm thinking aviation for two reasons. We get landing gears, and we also get the basic engines. Now that we've tested them, the engine will go away. So this will give us these engines back. But we also get the air intake, which allows us to actually use them. Which, you know, that's kind of important. Now, the only thing is... carries no fuel. Where is the one that is like the jet fuel? That's what I don't see. Fuselage intake. Liquid fuselage. Oh, okay. Liquid fuel. So I guess for now, we'll just have to use, like, the engines and, like, turn off the oxidizer or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Flight control. So this is the one with this struts. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one because that will help us with low orbit places. And I think I'm going to spend and upgrade this. Oh yeah. So we only have 100,000, but that last ship was only like 20,000 or something. So they're not super expensive to make, and the orbit one would probably fix all that. Oh yeah. Let's actually try this real quick, because I'm kind of curious as to how this would work. So it costs, excuse me, 275. And if I turn off the oxidizer, it's 855. So it drops about 20 points. And then you could put this here and put one of these here. Now, I'm not going to keep this, but I just want to test this to see if it works. Because that way we'll know we can use the liquid fuel and everything. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Ooh. Actually, we would need... Hold on a minute. I want to try something. I know this episode is getting kind of long, but I'm just really curious about this. If we were to put... Let's just operate on the assumption that this is doable, right? So we'll put that there. Put a heat shield on the bottom. Or wait, no. Come on. That works. Okay, and then we'll put that there. And for balance, we'll put another one over here. That way it's, like, kind of, oh well, balanced. Let's go ahead and move this. Now, again, this is just a theory. Just the whole trial and error thing. But if I were to put a Science Junior on there, with a heat shield, and then did like that, and then launched it, I'm curious if it's small enough and the engine has enough fuel, or fuel efficiency or whatever, that I'm curious if I could, like, make it up to atmospheric whatever. Because, I mean, look at the fuel. Our fuel's not going down hardly at all. I don't believe this. It's like gaining speed. This is kind of awesome. You gotta be kidding me. So this could almost make it up into orbit if it can gain enough speed that it doesn't have to work coming back in. That's the big thing. We would need some other kind of booster on the bottom to do the course correction, I think. See, we're starting to lose air, so we're slowing down. Yeah, that's the only thing. It has to be able to get up high enough, fast enough, that with the speed, it's got to basically slingshot it, which it's not probably doing. Eh, well, it was worth a try. Alright, so we're going to end the episode here on that note. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.